What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Horror Report, where you got all the horror, movie, and gaming news and everything between. I'm your host, Kyle Curtis Flat. Today, we are watching one of the greatest Godzilla's movies ever made, and a huge comeback for that monster way back in 1984.
Mhm.
And I couldn't do this alone with one of the biggest Godzilla fans, besides someone else I know on the Dark and Fall podcast, Caleb. But we got Austin Pez How joining me. How are you doing?
No, man, good. Thanks for having me back. Always a pleasure to do some Godzilla with you. You were just like, "Hey, man, let's watch Return of Godzilla," and I was like, "All right, it sounds good to me."
Yep.
So, yeah, no, you know me, I'm always down to watch. You could pull one out of a hat, I'll watch it with you. You know what I mean? Whichever one you want. But
Yeah, thank
no,
you.
happy to be doing one from the Heisei era, which is my favorite era.
And 1984 were
Yeah.
for the first time it took him back to his roots, the more darker roots and everything.
Hmm.
And this movie was a huge comeback for him.
Yeah, for sure. Hmm.
So, and when I knew when we were gonna watch this, we have to watch the original version.
Yeah, yeah. No, the American cut where they inserted
Raymond Burr.
Raymond Burr back in there. Yeah, from like the American cut of the original movie. It's interesting to a degree, but yeah, I mean, I think most people would prefer to just watch the OG kind of Toho version.
Oh yeah, for
Mhm,
sure.
mhm.
What's up, Gene? How are you doing? Love
Hello.
it.
Mhm.
The Gods and Maniacs.
Of
Oh hell
course,
yeah.
of course.
What's up, Byron? How are you doing?
By the way, this version of it, the '84 Toho version, is streaming on HBO Max. So if you happen to have HBO Max, they have a batch of Godzilla movies on there. You can find it. I'm going to have it on my other tab here. Playing along. I mean, Kyle and I are both the same. I have the physical media, all the Blu-rays,
Yeah.
so I've
Oh
got
yeah.
it. But just the way my setup is here, my TV's like way over there, so it's not conducive to like watch along. So I'm just gonna have it on my separate tab plan. But yeah, if you want to watch along on streaming, yeah, that version is on HBO Max. So please
Yeah.
join us if you like.
Yeah, so
Good.
if you don't have the physical media, it's on HBO Max. So if you want to
Yeah,
watch it along with us,
and
so
we're gonna start it at that Firecracker Toho logo. So
it's from the
that's what
1984 Oracle, the original version from
Yeah,
1984,
yeah,
not
yeah. So there's yeah, we'll talk about it as we go along. There's two cuts of this movie because this one was released theatrically in 1985 as titled Godzilla 1985, but the original version is just called The Return of Godzilla in 1984. So yeah,
yeah,
and like I said, they put Raymond Burr, old Perry Mason, back in the American version, and but yeah, we're gonna watch the OG version without Raymond Burr.
100%. And hey, Devlin, how are you doing? Welcome in.
Hey, thanks for everybody for joining us. Appreciate it. We'll
Yeah,
have a little
thank you.
Godzilla
Appreciate it.
party and chime in and let's talk some Godzilla and just have some fun. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, 100%. Just so before we start, just so everyone know, after this stream, I'm done with Austin. I'll be covering the Halloween the developer stream in a video. So I'll be covering that after this. So I'll be uploading that in the next day or so. So,
Mhm.
but until then, we're gonna enjoy some Godzilla. So,
Yeah.
so if anyone who wants to watch it with us, we're gonna
Once
count down
again,
from
and if you put it on the HBO Max, just a quick caveat: go ahead and kick it on and give it a few seconds because there's a few things before. But when you get to the firecrackery Toho logo, the sparkly Toho logo, that's where we're gonna start. So, and we'll hit play there if anybody
one
is loaded up. So,
100%. So I'm gonna count down from five, and then
mhm.
we'll hit play. So five, four, three, two, one, play.
Play. All right,
I
Toho. Here
wished
we
I had
go.
the Godzilla noise as we hit play.
I know, right?
Because
Yeah.
I
We'll have to just pretend with some of the action figures I got here. We gotta have to like pretend he's
keep
making
rolling.
noises. I used to have one that made noises when I was a kid, and I don't know whether like had like a button on the front that he made the noise. I need to get another one of those at some point. Yeah.
Same.
Mhm.
You already got the
So
lava kicking off.
yeah, because in this one he kind of rebirths out of a volcano. So hey, because why not, right? Why not? There's nothing wrong with a nice volcano.
No.
Godzilla is pretty much indestructible. So if he wants to pop out of a volcano in his new rebirth, I'm fine with that.
Well, yeah, for sure. So
Yeah, we'll see. Like the volcano will come back around at the end. But of course, it wouldn't be. I like the fact, Kyle, that they this is kind of a throwback to the original movie. If you remember, there was like a boat attack at the beginning of that movie. If you remember, there was like a boat that got messed up in the original, 54 movie. So,
Oh yeah.
this is a nice little kind of throwback to that of just like, yeah, kind of a storm going on and a quick encounter here that'll kind of build on for the
So
rest of the movie. But, 30 years later, yeah, we're here after the original film and they're about to bring him bone back.
I can tell, the American version, the very first American movie that they tried to do at the beginning of the 88 movie, not
Yeah.
88 movie, 98 movie. This kind of reminds you of that lighting on the boat and
Yeah,
everything.
there's a little bit of that in that one. Yeah, I mean, that one it's definitely doing a few nods to the Toho movies, but
Yeah.
overall, that movie is just kind of a portrayal of what Godzilla is.
Yeah, it is.
Just
I was just saying the opening though.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, the opening does have like a boat thing that's kind of or ship thing that's kind of similar for sure. It's always a decent way to kind of get things going because he's out there somewhere,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
we'll get
that
a quick
definitely
glimpse.
ain't that one's definitely not a Godzilla movie, but
No,
I can
it's
still
not.
have just dumb fun with it, like just have
Yeah,
fun with it.
it has some dumb disaster moments, but yeah, the third act of that movie being like essentially just raptors from Jurassic Park, and and the
Wrong
fact that
floor.
and the fact that Godzilla fans know Godzilla don't sweat no missiles, and in that movie he gets killed by missiles, which is nonsense.
And that's
So,
why Toho said "F you"
mhm.
to when he was in Final Wars for a
Final
few
Wars, yeah,
seconds,
and just
squashed him.
jobbed him out and squashed him in about 30 seconds. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, good stuff. So we had a quick little attack there. We had a quick little tease of the roar and a little bit of the eye, just a quick little tease
I would
before
love
we
that set too,
yeah.
Devlin. Just say.
Yeah, I have all of them, all the ones they ever put out. I know a few of them are on this is one of like 9 Godzilla shirts I have. I didn't know which one to pick. This is the first one I came to in my closet. But I have a good chunk of the movies, and some of these are out of print. So I know for you Godzilla fans, I know especially I believe this one, Kyle, is out of print. The one with Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, I think
Oh yeah,
is out of print. So this one goes for a pretty penny. I
I
just picked them
know.
up as I found them at Best Buy years ago. So there's the ones there. These are the Heisei ones, and
Oh
then
yeah, I own those ones too. Somewhere over there.
yeah, this one has Destroy and then
I
Megagyrus from the
I
Millennium
have that
series.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, the Tokyo SOS Final Wars double,
Oh yeah,
and
hell of it.
then the Monsters All Out Attack, and then against Mechagodzilla. I mean,
Well,
it's kind of random. It's kind of random the way they pair them up in these things, but I'm still just happy to
but
have
if you do it
available.
in the right order, when the
Yeah,
Destroyer from '95 to Final
right.
Wars, it's a fun
Yeah.
follow ups to watch.
And then I don't have the Criterion yet. I just have the OG Blu-ray of Biollante, but
I have to. I'm planning to get the Criterion.
but I do have also the Rebirth of Mothra, that trilogy Blu-ray, so this is decent
Cool.
too as well. But yeah, they're all
Okay.
kind of within reach over there. But I have the Criterion Showa era, that the big the book set. I have that. I was able to get that years ago when it was a half price. And I'm hoping they might Criterion at some point might do the same thing for
Right.
like the Heisei era or like you said the Millennium era. Like Criterion, I would hope would maybe put that out someday. Maybe put them in those eras as well,
Well,
and bring out some nice box sets. That'd be really cool.
for sure. And Gene loves your shirt. For
Mm.
sure.
Thank you. Yeah, no, like I said, I could pick from a different ones. I could literally go change in the middle of the stream if I wanted to a couple times. But yeah,
Yes,
no,
Deb.
Sam Neill's going to be in the next Godzilla movie. Yeah, the Supernova.
Yeah, he's got 2 films coming out next year. That one and I can't remember, The Last Resort, I think it's called.
Yeah, something like that. He's got another movie called like The Fox or something. It's like an animated movie as well. That's out there somewhere that he did a voice role for. But yeah, Sam Neill will be part of the Godzilla universe, which is pretty cool.
Pretty
So
cool. One of his last films. So, and
yeah,
rest
yeah.
in peace. That was shocking.
No, RIP. I paid my respects yesterday and rewatched Jurassic Park, of course. But
Nice.
you have to.
So that one guy with the glasses looked like Bruce Lee for a minute.
A little bit, a little bit.
Just a little, just a
Yeah,
little bit, just the one shot,
yeah.
just a little bit.
Yeah, and this guy will kind of follow throughout the movie after this, like little attack thing with the I don't even know what you call them, the little bug creatures or whatever that he's going to encounter here in a minute.
Right, you got a little purple in the background.
Yeah.
That's some cool effects there, though.
No,
For
I like the
84.
design, and yeah, this is totally like a little sort of, kind
Yeah.
of model like puppet prop they're gonna throw around here in a minute, and he's gonna fly across the room here in a second, in a fun little silly way. But yeah, this movie was mainly intended, yeah, definitely to be like sort of a reintroduction, like you said, a little bit of a darker tone, kind of bringing it back because it had gotten very
It was
silly at times in the Showa era, like very very silly.
bring it
Um,
back to his terrorized roots.
yeah, just where he was kind of he was
More
kind of a
scarier.
menace. Yeah, he was a
Yeah.
menace. He would just kind of attack, for no reason. And, eventually he would come to like, not just kind of attack all the time, but, he would come out and attack a little bit, but then of course
Do a little
fight some,
destruction.
yeah,
Yeah.
fight a little monsters on the way. But, yeah, this is one of those rare Godzilla movies, kind of like the original, and just one or two others that doesn't have another kaiju in it.
Right, and they get him back to what Godzilla is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, no, and that's why I like the Heisei era a lot, this 80s and 90s era, because I also think it's just the best combination of like the guy in the suit, the practical effects, the miniatures mixed with a little bit of the
yeah.
the laser effects and a little bit of CGI and whatnot later on. Yeah, the Millennium Era, I can get down with a few of those movies. It gets a little CGI heavy for me in the Millennium Era, like a little bit. I miss some of the models and whatnot, but the miniatures. But I can still get down with those movies. But this core era right here is kind of my favorite era.
Oh yeah. And that's awesome that you got that trilogy on Steelbook, Devlin. Very cool.
Oh yeah. No, I have the that '90s camera stuff over here too. Where is that? That's down here.
I remember, I know there's a set from 1954 to a certain time. They have them all on that collection too.
Right. I don't have the steel books, but I have the one you're talking about, the Gamera, the '90s trilogy. Yeah, the Guardian of the Universe and the trilogy. It's a
And
solid little set. Yeah.
and not too long ago, I bought the Criterion for the original Godzilla from
Yeah.
'54. Pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's a good one to pick up. Like I said, I had that original just solo one, and then I still have it somewhere, but I just bought that full show set that has that disc in it. When it was when they were doing their half price sale, and got it for like
Right.
instead of $200. So it's well worth picking up, though. It's pretty cool, even just as a little display thing. It's way on the other side, way back behind me somewhere, like
Yeah.
up in it's on my shelf, like leaned up against the wall. But it makes for a nice little decoration too, because it's really cool artwork.
For sure.
Yeah. But yeah,
I love,
homeboy dispatched that little bug in that scene, the little thing.
and this is where they build up to Godzilla. They haven't got to him yet.
No, it takes a little while to get full on Godzilla in this one. I want to say I clocked it when I was watching this afternoon. Again, there's a long, lengthy build up. It takes about a half an hour for you to get like a full Godzilla scene. In all of his glory, kind of, coming out
Right.
and doing his thing. But again, they're kind of reintroducing the world that he's in right now. We're dealing with kind of like this guy who survived this attack, and he's going to go to the government, and they're going to is Godzilla back? Is he not? Sort of a thing. And they're going to do what they do best, Kyle, which is deliberate in meetings,
Right. Yeah. 100%.
Which is what they always do in these movies.
Where in Mice 1, you got him right away.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you get him pretty quickly, and then
Character development at that.
sort of there. But yeah, you always got to kind of develop the follow whatever human character is going to follow. Although I do like in the Heisei era, they do sort of have a few recurring characters from the government crews or the military crews, like some of the generals or the prime minister and whatnot. They do actually carry over. From the previous films. It's one of the other reasons I like the Heisei era is they kind of, follow each other to a degree. Whereas the Millennium movies got a little annoying in that they would kept rebooting. Every movie was like a reboot and like a sequel to the original movie. And I was stop rebooting it. Like,
really.
Just like follow a little thing. And I know Godzilla against Mechagodzilla and Tokyo SRS are one's a sequel, but a direct sequel. But yeah, the other ones are just like, oh, we're just gonna reboot it over and over and over again. I'm like, just like, come on, just follow a little structure like this one. You can have a few,
Yeah.
back and forth. They pull some stuff. Even Biolante, they bring some of that stuff back, and some later movies like in this era.
Right.
There's a few fun things that they kind of keep going in this stretch.
I also love his design in this movie too. I think it's one of
No,
his
that's what I mean. Yeah, they make him a little meaner.
with
It's
the
still
eyes too on the thumbnail here.
yeah, the eyes. He looks kind of like he's got like these sunken eyes almost, on him.
Just pissed off. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little, some sharper teeth. Here we got some pictures of the 54 movie here being shown, like some photographs of that. That's a nice throwback.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool, and that's homage to that. And
Yeah.
Jet Jaguar was a lot of fun.
Jet Jaguar. I've got a Jet Jaguar figure over here. Let me grab it.
How's everyone doing? How's your Tuesday evening going? How was your Tuesday day?
He's not a super huge one, but I do have a Jet Jaguar. There's Jet.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Jet
cool.
Jet Jaguar. That's a silly song when they sing when he comes on screen.
I know that's the one they chose.
Jet Jaguar is like he's like the Brooklyn Brawler. The WWE.
Oh yeah.
He's like we all know him, but he always gets his ass kicked every time he comes on screen.
Well, you would have with that music that plays.
Yeah, Jet Jaguar, Jet Jaguar. Yeah. He's silly, but at least they brought him back in some of the video games and whatnot. Which, speaking of that, did you see they got a remastered version of Destroy All Monsters, the video game coming out in November?
The Melee, yeah.
Or the Melee, whatever, the one that they remastered. Yeah.
I'm excited for that. I'll be buying it right off the bat.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna check that one out because I remember playing those games here and there, but yeah, I lost track of them over the years. But I'll be excited to play the remaster. That'll be fun.
Oh yeah, it's love. I'll be even when I think pre-orders will go live, I'll pre-order it.
Yeah,
because yes, we had a Godzilla game back in PS4, but it wasn't that great.
No, that game, and what's funny is if you happen to have a physical copy of that game, Kyle, it goes for like $200 on eBay. Like it's worth money because it's out of print. So you could sell it for like a pretty hefty profit if you wanted to. Heck, I've seen some go for $300 or $400 on eBay. So people would pay good money for that. But yeah, that game is not very good. I played it at one point. I had it, and then my house back in Jacksonville got robbed when I was at work for the overnight shift, and they took everything. They took my TV, my PS4, and they must have scooped all the games into a thing too. And it sucks because I had that game, and so that would have been worth something now if I had been able to hang on to it. Because I thought
it had a good concept in the way that everything looked.
It was just like every other level was like you just destroying like power towers.
And all you heard was Godzilla destroying the generator.
Godzilla destroying the generators. Godzilla destroying the generators. It's like it was so monotonous.
The generator's losing power.
That's what I'm saying. Like the one they're coming out with the remaster for the Melee, is at least it's like a remaster of the fighting game essentially, but you can also like destroy the buildings and do destruction modes. And, like that'll be a little more fun.
That'll be fun for Godzilla fans.
Yeah,
a treat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Should say this movie real quick is directed by Koji Hashimoto, who passed away in 2005, but he directed some of the movies from the original. He was an assistant director on a lot of the movies from the Showa era. He directed this and a movie called Sayonara Jupiter, but he was an assistant director on the original King Kong versus Godzilla, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, Invasion of the Astro Monster, All Monsters Attack. So he was heavily involved in like the Showa era.
So he had experience and knew how the series was, and once he finally got the direct one, he directed.
Yeah, he got the direct one like full on. So he only did one full on directorial gig, but he helped kind of bring it back, which
he's got to be proud of this one though, because it's
I mean he got it back into prominence, and the movie did pretty well over in Japan. And then like I said, this was one of the few that got a theatrical release in America, again with a different cut, but at least got a theatrical film originally.
So Devlin says, I remember first watching Godzilla versus Kong Ghidorah from a BBC Two channel, which is a British channel. Last night recorded, I love the Godzilla film as well. Yeah, that's awesome.
If you're talking about the one from 1991, that is one of my favorite overall Godzilla movies. And if you're talking about like the original sort of like
King
Ghidorah
Ghidorah.
the 300, yeah, Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah from 91 is great. Like that's the one that kind of erases Godzilla from history, and then they bring him back, and that's the one that has Mecha Ghidorah, which I have a figure of as well. I can grab that. That's one of my favorite figures I have. Which is,
yeah, but King Ghidorah, the three-headed dragon, was always a cool,
No, the original one was cool that introduced them. But yeah, Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah 91 is the one that has Mecha Ghidorah.
Yeah,
this is a great figure. With that has like the wings that kind of fold up and whatnot.
Right.
Pretty
I love how they handled him in the second movie of the American trilogy. Godzilla, King of all the.
He looked great in that movie, and yeah, that movie has some stuff that bugs me as far as just like some of the people scenes of people standing in circles, like giving presentations. There's one too many of those type of scenes, and it has that trope I hate where people stand in a circle and they're all talking about some subject and they're all finishing each other's sentences. I hate that in movies where somebody will pause for a second and somebody else picks up their sentence right midstream. I'm like, how did you know what I was going to say? You didn't know what I was going to say. Like, and people are ready with like PowerPoint presentations on everything, and there's things like that bug me in that movie. But the art direction and the special effects, and like, there's gorgeous shots in that movie that I think are picturesque and are amazing. So there's some great looking stuff in that movie.
100%. Yeah.
Out of the straight Godzilla movies that they've had in this new MonsterVerse, that's probably my favorite. Although my favorite MonsterVerse movie, set in this current MonsterVerse, is Kong Skull Island. That movie rips.
Oh yeah,
it's awesome. And I think it's better than any of the Godzilla movies they've done, at least on the American side. Obviously, I love Godzilla -1. That is my favorite Godzilla movie.
That's not American.
That goes without saying. But
yeah,
but yeah, like
yeah, that's why I was happy when they once they did their American trilogy, and Shin came out, and then -1 came out. I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, no, and since the last time I was on with you, I got to see Shin Godzilla in that theatrical release. My Regal showed it for a whole week, like just in standard showtimes. It was pretty.
How was that experience? Yeah.
Good. Oh, dude, it was fun because I took my girlfriend as well, who's starting to get into the Godzilla movies, and she had never seen that one, and that was like essentially her first Godzilla movie she ever saw in the theater.
Well, that's amazing.
So that's cool.
Way to start.
Which is why, and she really likes Godzilla -1 as well, and I'm hoping when the new one comes out, they'll re-release -1 in theaters, like maybe for a week. Like that'd be kind of cool, or at least a couple.
That way, people can watch that. And then
that's what I mean. Like leading up to it, like just give it a couple of show times, in the week before, 2 weeks before, give people a chance to see it again. And I'll definitely go watch it again because I saw that one 5 times in the theater. I want to say, I think I saw it 4 times, and then I saw the black and white when they put that in theaters for a week.
See, it just amazes me that Godzilla's been around since 1954, and Toho is still able to keep that franchise.
Yeah, it's the longest.
Keep it fresh.
I believe. I want to say, I think it holds the record for being the longest running consistent franchise. Because I think it, King Kong has been around since 31, but there was decades that went by without a King Kong movie. So it wasn't a consistent franchise. But this one has been consistently going for 70 years to where they've had movies in every decade since the 50s, every single one.
Right. So, yeah. King Kong came first, but Godzilla's done the more movies because
they've done more movies overall.
Yeah, you had the original, the Jeff Bridges, and then. Well, of course, the verses, but then you also had the Peter Jackson one, which was great. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah. There's a few other random ones in there. There's like King Kong Escapes, like King Kong versus Robot King Kong after King Kong versus Godzilla in the 60s. Right. It's in like 66 or something. I have a bootleg of that one on DVD, actually. But it's a silly movie. And then there was the Leonard Hamilton one in like 1988 or something like that called like King Kong Lives, I think, if I remember right.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, with Linda Hamilton in like the late 80s. But again, there was decades that went by without the 40s didn't have one, the 50s didn't have one. And then they were very sporadic. There was none in the 90s. So yeah, there was long stretches where there wasn't a King Kong movie again, as opposed to Godzilla, which had consistent movies in every decade.
Right, yeah. And then Skull Island.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, I mean Skull Island's great, and these Godzilla Kong movies, like I think they're entertaining enough. I haven't been like super invested in them though. I think they've been fun for what they are. But like again, these current MonsterVerse movies are like all right. I always see them just to see what Godzilla's up to, in the theater.
Right.
But yeah, I'm much more invested in this like -1, -0 kind of universe they're setting up right now over on the Japanese side.
100%.
Yeah.
Because they're so protective of Godzilla, they don't wanna ruin it anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
This dude's got a hell of a mustache, that Russian guy, by the way.
well, yeah, because it's like
He's got a very thick mustache.
it
Yeah,
almost
they
like
did.
yeah.
This is another thing that in the American cut they go heavier on the U.S. versus Russia stuff because it was right in the middle of the Cold War, and the whole like Red Scare and all that, and us against the commies. Like, they tone it back a little bit in this one where everybody's kind of mostly on the same page. Like, even though some people want to launch nukes against Godzilla, some people don't. But they go a little heavier. I think there's even a quick little sub thing where like the US knocks one of their missiles out of the sky or something. Like there's a little bit more back and forth with the US and Russia stuff in that movie, in that cut
One
that they added.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
I always love how they design and shoot the into the submarines here.
Yeah. It's a little like mini Hunt for Red October kind of thing going on in this, this
This guy's
movie.
got like a Tom Atkins stash going on
Yeah,
here.
that is like a total like Atkins thing. Yeah, yeah, he's kind of like discount Tom Atkins. Yeah,
Discount, yeah. But
yeah.
I could it would've been that would've been cool if Tom Atkins did with Godzilla
We
back in the day.
me and Wolfman on our monthly mistake drinking games, we always like try to identify in some of these horror movies and whatnot who's like a discount what, like this person's a discount this actor or discount that
Oh,
actor, dime store version of this actor, because they kind of what they look like, to a degree. Yeah, he's definitely like kind of a dime store Tom Atkins or something, a little bit.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, these Godzilla films, especially these one, always does good character development before you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, they usually try to. Now, some are more interesting characters than other ones. I'll say
Yeah.
that, or they have more interesting kind of subplots. There's a few where like I remember, I'm trying to remember exactly which one, but there's like a film crew trying to get their own like underground news agency thing going on the internet or something, and it's one of those. Or you'll have people that have like a history with Godzilla, like in Godzilla and King Ghidorah, where he's the guy who was in the 40s when they killed Godzilla is like still there later. There's a few things like that, but sometimes it's like it can be a little hit or miss whether or not it's terribly interesting. That's one thing that Godzilla -1 I think did well was got us invested in that crew, especially both the relationship and the boat crew. I thought were great.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they're really
That
well
way you
developed.
really felt for them when stuff
Mhm.
happened. Like, oh,
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like they're all pretty much coming back for the sequel, which is good.
oh, yeah.
Hmm.
I love the fact they're still not even spoiling what's happening in that movie, so
Yeah, no, they gave us a little bit more in that teaser of like maybe one little plot point of and it's not even really a spoiler, it's just a teaser. So of like they're going to be contemplating whether or not to drop basically an atomic weapon on Godzilla. That's going
yeah.
to be one of those like no moral like we're already screwed up from the other atomic weapons, are we going to drop another one just in the effort to kill him. And I know that it looks like this is going to be kind of a thing they're going to wrestle with in that movie, which is oddly enough, Kyle, kind of a thing in this movie that they're
Right.
contemplating on whether or not to drop a nuke on him in this movie.
Isn't that
And
interesting how yeah.
yeah, a little bit of a kind of a full circle thing right here with us watching this is the Americans and the Russians are they're having these meetings later where they're wondering if they should just drop it on him and just get it over with.
And what I love about that the next one is that it's the same director too, continuing on.
No, everybody's coming back. It's the same director, it's the same special effects team, the same writers. So yeah, and the same actors. So I like that. Yeah, it's gonna feel like a direct sequel, and it's gonna be. I think here's just my theory. So it's not like a spoiler or anything. It's just my theory, Kyle. That they may actually drop some kind of weapon on him, and he looks bigger in this one. I think it juices him up and makes him even
Oh,
bigger. You know,
I wouldn't be surprised though. That would be
like he's already big in the last one, but like there's one
Well,
shot where he comes out of the water at the end of this
behind the
recent teaser,
plane. Yeah,
and he looks even bigger. So they might drop something on him like while he's in the ocean, and it just jacks him up even bigger. It
I
could,
can see that happen. Like, oh shit, we
yeah.
made him bigger.
Like we made it bigger, yeah. I mean, because that's happened. That's what they do in the Godzilla King of the Monsters thing. Is remember they detonate a nuke to kind of juice him back up and get him back in the
Yeah,
fight against Ghidorah. So like we know that Godzilla can take a nuclear hit or an atomic hit, and
yeah.
it doesn't kill him. It just kind of jacks him up. So I think they could play around with that in this movie.
And thank you for being here, Devlin. I know it's late where you are, so thank you for
Yeah,
being
no,
here.
thanks for stopping in.
Okay.
I appreciate that. Thanks for everybody, yeah, who's watching and commenting. Yeah, we'll read as many as you can. So shout them out.
Right.
Whatever Godzilla love you want to throw out there, or comments, or what do you think of the new teaser for -0, all that kind of stuff. Throw it out there. We'll talk about it.
100%.
Yeah, yeah. But
Now, I always love how in this scene right here,
yeah,
you got everyone crowded in, you got the news perspective, and you also got everyone hers perspective.
yeah. She's watching. She's got some '80s hair on her right there.
That's definitely
She
his
got that
hair.
kind of like '80s bob kind of haircut, a little bit.
And two,
That
this
dude,
is also
the dude on the left has a nice mustache too. The guy at the press conference.
and two, they also tackling what was going on in the Japan at the time too in here.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They were kind of caught in the middle of this whole Cold War stuff too. They were kind of stuck in the middle of like, they were more of our allies at the time, but there was a little bit of that Russian tension with them. So they're playing around with that in this movie a little bit.
I'm trying to be funny here. It's funny. It tells us Godzilla's return, but we already know that on the
We know
title
that.
here.
Yeah, I know. But we
Just
know more than the characters, of course. Yeah.
yeah, it's just fun. It's fun just being funny. It's like
Yeah, I know.
Godzilla's return. Well, no shit.
Right.
Yeah. No, I don't know if that Godzilla has returned in this movie. No.
No.
Yeah, that's why when it comes to Godzilla, these Godzilla movies, I always like it. I always recommend to Godzilla fans that prefer to watch the Japanese version because if you watch the other versions, they change everything. What made
Yeah.
that complete.
This actress, by the way, she plays a different character, but she comes back in Godzilla and Biollante.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she plays a different character, but the same actress comes back a couple years later.
Which is a good follow up to this one. I think.
Yeah. No, Biollante is interesting. It's one I need to rewatch. It's been a minute since I popped that one on, but I need to rewatch it because there's an interesting story behind that movie of them putting out like the contest to find the new monster and people submitting, ideas, and the way they use like his cells merged with plants. Like it's a weird movie, but like it kind of works to a degree.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but I love to get the Criterion because I haven't watched it since they did a marathon that included a long time ago.
Yeah.
This
But
is what Jordan does
I
to the political action.
oh no, it's and this is totally similar in like Shin Godzilla, and that's what it's Shin Godzilla's riffing on a lot is like those round table, just endless government, back and forth of like, what are we gonna do about this? Like when he pops up, do we have the military capacity? Yeah, this is where they're talking about the Super X, by the way, the concept that they would introduce in this movie, which they follow up in a couple of the other Heisei movies. They have like the Super X2, either in I think it's in Godzilla and King Ghidorah. They bring in the Super X2,
Oh yeah,
and then they even have like an upgraded one later. So yeah, the Super X thing is a concept they would bring back a couple of times. They introduced in this one.
yeah, and Speaking about Shin Godzilla, when he gets to his full look, that's a
Yeah, it's
very awesome
awesome.
look. It's
No, it's so
awesome.
cool. Yeah, and I actually really like the purple, kind of color scheme to it. I think it sets that movie apart, from all the other ones, from the blues or the reds.
Yeah.
And I think it gives it a nice, when he powers up and starts, blasting everything for the first time in full form, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
No, that was a fun experience getting to see that in the theaters because I missed it on the original run. Because I remember in 2016, it only got released, Kyle, on like a 2-night Fathom event or something like that. It was a real like limited theatrical release here,
Which one?
Shin Godzilla and
Oh, yeah.
the original like 2016 release. Yeah, it was only like a 2-night thing. Like, so if you didn't catch it those 2 nights, you were kind of out of luck.
And
And
and I was able to buy it on the original Blu-ray run that
No,
he
I
did.
have the original Blu-ray as well. I know they put it out. They've done a
Release of it.
re-release, but yeah, this is the original one that they put out at the
Yeah.
time. You can see it's the ultraviolet digital thing they had in like the mid 2010s, before it just became
Yeah, the
like digital
digital.
HD. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm glad I got to see it in the theater with this random like Regal just randomly putting it out for like a week. It was pretty cool. Just in a full Showtime thing.
That's why
It's
they
great.
knew when -1 blew up, they had to
Yeah.
expand the free actual release. Like, we need more people to
Yeah.
see this.
I hope every year on Godzilla Day they'll keep doing like some re-releases because I got to see randomly Godzilla 2000 in a theater like 2 years ago, which was
Yeah.
interesting. And then Cinemark showed on Godzilla Day. They showed Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, the Millennium one. Again, their selections were kind of random, the ones they were showing for like Godzilla Day. But I was, hey, any chance to see a Toho Godzilla movie in theaters, Kyle, I'm gonna go watch. For
Well,
sure.
I was I was
So
I was
there.
I was blessing enough 26 years ago that my dad took me to go watch Godzilla 2000 at the old Jan Feeder that used to be here.
Yeah,
Now we
yeah,
only have the Cineplex Feeder, but back
yeah.
then it was awesome as a kid watching it.
I remember when it came out, and I was 14 at the time, and I wanted to go see it, but for whatever reason, I think my dad just wasn't able to get around to like drop me off at the theater for it. It was like a year or two before I started driving, so I couldn't quite get there myself, and do it. But I really wanted to because I was starting to really, really get into it. And look, we finally get our first
Look at
full look
that.
at him. Yeah,
He looks
we get,
angry.
we get our
He's blush.
first full look at the big man himself. Yeah, here. I like that shot
He's got
underneath like
his
his legs.
yeah, the way he walks. Yeah.
Yeah. No, and the way they light him here, it's a little darker, so like they haven't like fully lit him yet. And yeah, again, we're back to like the guy, we're still with the guy in the suit. And they've upgraded his suit a little bit, the eyes, the
Well,
claws,
and
everything.
they pay homage to the 54 film with this scene right here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like with the power plants and all that stuff. Yeah.
Dun dun dun
Dun,
dun
dun,
dun.
dun, dun.
By Garrett, I jumped for joy when I heard the theme song, and my one was like dun 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 dun.
Yeah, no, you knew they were going to hit it at some point, and yeah, when they
Yeah.
finally hit it, I was like, "All right, here we go." Yeah, that's
Yeah,
dope.
this is Godzilla. Let's go.
Yeah, look at him kind of snarling. I like the teeth. Yeah, I like
The
the
nose
sunken.
moving. Yeah.
Yeah, the nose moving again. Kind of the eyes are kind of like these sunken eyes, like he's just kind of more pissed off.
I
It's
love
not
the
so.
look. It makes me laugh.
Yeah, yeah,
The way he looks. But no, it's amazing how they're able to, make so many different designs of his and make it look
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
That must be tough to try to like, oh, what else can we do to make him look, Godzilla, but more.
And by the way, we have to quickly pay respects, Kyle, to the actor who portrayed him throughout the Heisei era,
Oh,
Kenpachiro Satsuma, who passed away in 2023. So, all respects to you, sir. Thank you
yeah.
for your work. So, thank you,
Rest in
thank you.
peace.
Yeah, R.I.P. Yeah, I think we have a few of the Millennium actors still around. In fact, actually, there's a Mad Monster Party where near me, Kyle, in North Carolina, that's going to have two of the Millennium Godzilla actors in the suits. So I'm going to try to maybe get
Oh,
them to sign some stuff if I
that'll
can
be a
get there.
cool moment.
Yeah, Kenpachiro was at some convention that I missed in Orlando. I tried to get to him, and there was like a weird thing when I was in Florida where like there was an overturned semi, and I literally could not get to the convention, which sucked.
Oh,
And I wanted to get to him, but yeah, Yeah, Kenpachiro Satsuma, who played him in all of these Heisei movies. So yeah, much respect to you, sir. R.I.P. So
For
thank you.
sure.
Um,
100%, yes.
just wanted to shout him out because he's great.
Yeah.
He did,
Amazing
and
job,
yeah, this is his first time in the suit, but the fact that he became almost, to make a horror reference, Kyle became almost like the Kane Hodder of the series. They just kept
Oh,
bringing back the
yeah.
same guy. Just bringing back the same guy who,
Well, because
kind
at this
of
point,
mastered the craft, and knew what he was doing. It's pretty
yeah,
great.
because at this point, you got to know hit or why stop,
Yeah.
Yeah, it always amazes me how they shoot the guy in the suit, but make it look like this on screen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they make him like, because remember, you got to remember these are all miniatures and like models,
Yeah,
and they're making it look huge, but he's really just walking around kind of a model set. And the interesting thing you have to think about as well is when he destroys something, like you get the one take and that's it. If it's not exactly the way you wanted it, you have to rebuild the set all over again and do it all over again.
They probably have done that. Probably, I would imagine.
Oh, I'm sure, because I'm sure they've had stuff kind of spark or blow up or
just
set
go
on fire
right. Yeah.
and it just doesn't go right, or something falls the wrong way and you have to like redo it and then set it all over again. But yeah, it almost looks like Godzilla's kind of juicing up with the reactor here a little bit.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
He's like, ooh, yummy.
But the way he's holding on to it,
I know, it's like a toy.
Like, nom, 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 nom.
They say it here. They say he absorbs it all. Yeah, he's absorbing the energy to fire up. See, he's sparkling. Yeah, he sees
finds a battery.
He's getting high a little bit.
He's getting a little high off of that.
Yeah.
He's like, this feels so good.
He's like, oh, I like this. Yeah.
And then you got the little things flying past.
Yeah. So he just came out to get sort of charged up for the first time, and now
charged up on a battery and then got high.
No, and now he's gonna go take a swim again and chill for a little while before he comes. And he'll come back later and start wrecking shop. So
he's like, after doing that, he's like, I'm gonna crash now. Go back into the water.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a little nap, and I'm gonna wake up ready to roll. Yeah,
he's a little high right now.
He sure is.
That's the way I see it.
Yeah. No, he is. He's high right now off the energy. Yeah.
Oh, those are cool pictures. How they put those pictures together.
Yeah. He I don't know if you've heard the story that Kenpachiro, the guy who played Godzilla, he's told about that Pulgasari movie, the one for North Korea. Have you ever heard that story, Kyle?
I might have, yeah.
There's a story he tells about how literally Kim Jong-il, like the original the dictator, like essentially he invited all like the Godzilla crew to come to like North Korea, and then he essentially kind of kidnapped them and made them make a movie. And then they made a kaiju movie called Pulgasari, which has never been released. It only exists in North Korea.
I heard of that.
Yeah, I have a screenshot of it, like in a laminated form that I found. But this guy, let me see if I can grab. I think it's over here nearby. Let me see if I can grab it. It's a fascinating sort of story. Let me see if I can find it.
That is fascinating. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I remember hearing this now. Yes, it's come to me.
Yeah, I don't know if I have it nearby. I have it somewhere, but anyways. But whatever, you can find but the only thing that exists of it, Kyle, is like pictures, like screenshots, that people kind of smuggled out because the movie itself, you can't see it. It just doesn't exist.
Why was that in a way?
Because he just made it for himself, for his own amusement.
Just for him to watch.
Just for him to watch, yeah, because he was like because he had seen like some Godzilla movies, I guess, and
he told you just make a
movie. There's a Wikipedia page on, if you look up Pulgasari, Pulgasari. It's produced by this producer during his North Korean abduction. So, here it is. Thank you, babe. Rhonda grabbed it for me. Here you go. I hold it up on screen. So I found this. A guy had a Godzilla like sort of kaiju thing. It's called Pulgasari, and I'm sorry, the glare's a little thing, but you can see
what I see it.
Yeah. Looks like. And then down here are just like two random screenshots, but that's all you have. You cannot find this on disc. It does not exist anywhere on the internet. It doesn't exist. All we have is like random shots of like pictures people took secretly on the set. That's about it that
Oh,
exists.
crazy!
So,
Yeah,
yeah, it's a crazy story if you ever look it up about this North Korean movie that doesn't exist anywhere.
just for his own
Just for his
entertainment.
own amusement. Yeah, he had these people like make this movie. Yeah,
That's crazy.
against their will. Yeah, it's bonkers. But Campachiro played Pulgasari, and he's talked about it. He
And
was
they were able to get
in the
away from him
he was in
after
the
that.
suit, and he
Yeah.
let him go after that. But it was like
Oh,
it was very.
really?
He was like, you're gonna make this movie. Yeah, it's very
I
strange.
got my movie now. You can go.
Yeah, now you can leave. Yeah. He has said also on his Wikipedia page, Kempachiro, that he walked out of a screening of the '98 Godzilla because he said that ain't Godzilla. So, you know,
98. Yeah.
of the '98 movie, yeah.
Well, I
So,
think the way I see it, I know it's not a Godzilla film, but I can still have fun with that movie, like just just
yeah,
for the
but it's not
entertainment.
Godzilla. It's
No,
just
it's
not.
not. It's
No.
not. No, but I watch it just for the entertainment now.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's definitely not Godzilla for sure. So.
No.
Because why would you choose someone who was never a fan of Godzilla anyway? Like
Yeah, I don't know.
Emmerich was never a fan
Um,
because if you've seen the original design for Stan Winston, I
yeah.
wish they went with that version.
Yeah, there was several versions of that movie that never got off the ground. I think Joe Dante at one point was going to make it. I want to say like John Carpenter was tapped at one point to maybe be
Which is a
involved.
shame, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a
Think
couple of
about.
like different directors who were attached to different versions of that. I think Mick Garris at one point was
Yeah.
involved in a version of it. There's a podcast to listen to called like the best movies never made or something like that. And I know they've got a series about unfinished or unmade Godzilla movies. And they talk about like all because some of them have shooting scripts out there you can go see, and you can read. But yeah, there was a couple ones in the '90s American versions that never got off the ground that were just kind of in development hell before the Roland Emmerich one happened.
Right. Yeah, because I never understood why would you choose a director who's not a fan of that material that you're going to be directing.
Yeah, who they just tapped him because he knew how to make just like big budget disaster movies. So okay,
Because of
we'll just have him
Independence
do
Day, right?
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, just mainly just because of Independence Day, and they're like, oh, he can just get the job done. What we need to do. But yeah, these other guys like Carpenter and Mick Garris, these guys were fans of Godzilla, so like I think they would have made a more faithful sort of adaptation.
100%
And I think there's even concept art out there for I want to say either the Garris or the Carpenter one, and it's like a little different than the Toho, but it looks way more like traditional Godzilla than the one in the '98 movie, like way more.
Yeah, and
Like
I
what he
was
looks
like,
like.
when I seen Stan Winston's like what he was
Yeah,
going to do, I'm like, okay, why did they go with that? Like,
no, yeah,
it's a shame. It's a shame, unfortunately.
yeah. There's you can see if you just Google Stan Winston Godzilla, there's pictures of the models he made for it. So like the concept models, and yeah, he's slightly different. He looks a little more lizard-ish, like in his face, but it's still like the way more traditional, just
Yeah,
walking upright, like long tail, spikes on the back, like Godzilla. Like it's similar in its design. So
yeah, yeah. Like especially you had Gene Reno, who's part of the movie,
yeah,
and he's a good actor.
Jean Reno,
It's
yeah.
Gene Reno. I can't. You know what I meant. I can't even speak right
Yeah, I
now.
think his name is Jean Reno. I think he's
John
French. Yeah,
Reno. John
yeah,
Reno is what I
yeah,
meant to say.
yeah. No,
But
I mean there's some decent actors in that movie, but
it
it's
just
just yeah,
everything else should have been Godzilla. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I'll still watch it just for entertainment because there's some
Yeah.
lines in that make me laugh. But yeah, if you're going for a Godzilla movie, you're going to be disappointed.
No. Pointed out, I was just poking around on Kempachiro's page. Yeah, I had forgotten he played some other monsters before he got to play Godzilla in previous movies because he played the Smog Monster,
That's
Hedorah.
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
he played the Smog Monster. He played Gigan in Godzilla versus Gigan, and then he played Gigan again in Godzilla versus Megalon. So he had played, he had experience kind of in the monster suits. And it's cool that he then got to kind of graduate to the big leagues per se, and then don, the real thing.
Right. Yeah, and like I said, you get to finally see Godzilla here. You
Hmm.
got some really good dialogue that'll keep you interested.
Yeah, no, it's there's like this. You get a little bit of English dialogue here too, because yeah, we got the big round table now with between like the Russians, the Americans, and the Japanese, and they're arguing that oh, we could drop a nuclear blast like in a contained area or in the ocean or in a
Right,
small town or out in the some field or something and contain the damage. But yeah, he doesn't want to do it.
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
because like we were talking earlier, that would just be like getting someone to direct, like a Friday 13th movie or a Nightmare on Elm Street that doesn't even care about it, or even
Yeah,
screenplay.
and I feel like that's what we got a little bit with some of the late 2000s and early 2010s like remakes and whatnot. We got a lot of these guys that just had done music videos and like nothing else. And I don't even know if they were fans of the material, which is yeah, I would hope that now, and I'm sure you saw the announcement, Kyle, that
Yeah,
Nightmare on Elm Street's finally like back in development, for some kind of movie.
it's
Um,
about time.
it's about time. It's been a while, and but I would hope that they get a director. And there's a lot of great horror directors out right now. There's a ton of great horror
Oh yeah,
directors
there's
out there, and I would hope somebody, yeah, whoever they get is a fan and brings a new vision to it. Like I'm fine with that,
yeah for
because
sure.
yeah,
Because my main because my main thing is like who's directing and writing and what they're gonna go with. That's
yeah,
like
it's more
before I
directors.
really
I
I'm
what happened.
excited, but I'll be excited for when I start seeing things and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what I mean. Give me a director. Let me know if it's somebody that has some history with horror, and I'll be good. Yeah, don't get another like just random music video director, that doesn't have any experience. Like, give me somebody who's, I would almost like to see them, Kyle, have like people bring pitches to them from different directors, like if they're horror directors that have a vision or a concept or have a pitch for a new thing, like come to Paramount and pitch what you would do with it, and
Yeah, because
then go in that direction and kind of see what to do.
right, because Curry Barker, who directed Obsession, is going to
Yeah.
be directing the next Texas Chainsaw, and I think he would be perfect for that too.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what he does with Chainsaw, because I know it's A24 Texas Chainsaw,
Oh
which
yeah,
is interesting, but at the same time, that means it's going to be like fairly low budget, which is fine. He wants to make it more grounded and kind of
bring it
uh,
back to what it's supposed to be. Yeah,
yeah, he wants to make it more like that very
raw,
scripty,
gritty.
like raw, gritty, yeah, like
Yeah,
small movie, like the original one was, and not go too crazy with it, and just make it like scary again, which I'm down for. And with A24, like he'll get a budget, but it's not going to be like they're not going to give him like $50 million.
I
It's
don't.
going to be like, they'll give him 10-15 million,
Well, that's all you need for that, anyway.
that's
It's
what I
just like
mean. Yeah, if what he's pitching is essentially, I
yeah.
know he could do it with $10 million. Like he could easily do that,
Well, look what
and it would make money.
for sure. Look what -1 proved on 15 or whatever it was.
Yeah, $15 million. Yeah, and I mean most horror movies that come out, there's very few that have gigantic budgets. Most horror movies that come out nowadays are $10 to $20 million tops budget wise, which is why they make money most of the time.
Right. And that's when the A24 is also involved with the Crystal Lake series too, and the trailer
Yeah,
intrigued me. So I'm excited for that as well. So
yeah, we're gonna
it's
see
pretty
where that
funny
goes.
the Crystal Lake trailer, but Nightmare on Elm Street came in. It was like a Freddy versus Jason type thing.
I know, it was like we had to like put something out there to counterbalance it, yeah, and keep the rivalry going. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like I was just like, am I reading this right? Nightmare on Elm Street? Don't play with me.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, it was pretty cool how that all came out at one day though.
So now it's like your turn, Michael. What you got? you know?
Which will his next thing will be the game in September, and of course the movie that I keep hearing about that's coming on the 50th anniversary. So
Yeah, yeah.
we'll see
But
how
the
that.
that game, um, I wasn't super interested until I heard that it was going to have a single player mode, like a story mode that was going to go essentially put you through the movies as Michael, which I thought was a cool concept. That you're going to
Well,
be
and that
playing
way
through
too,
the movies.
it
Yeah,
widens the audience, right? Because there's people
yeah,
that love single player and multiplayer and both, but that way it
yeah.
brings in a widened audience that too.
Now here's the one I'm really excited for. that got me going with the story-based game and like a single-player game. I'm sure you've seen the trailers, Kyle, for because you're a gamer for the Hellraiser game.
Yes,
It looks cool.
I've been covering that. Yeah.
Yeah, that one looks pretty dope. Like the way they're going with that of just like, yeah, you're playing through like, this like hell world. It looks pretty cool. Like for what
And they're not even holding back. They were able to keep everything in there, so it's going to be
it's going to be
crazy.
pretty nasty. Yeah, it's going to
Yeah.
be a nasty game. But yeah, I'm sure you'll be streaming that one when it comes out too.
Oh yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
streaming the Halloween game a lot, and then of course Hellraiser. So yeah, you'll be seeing me streaming
Oh
both.
yeah, hell yeah, man. No, that's fun. Because yeah, that Hellraiser one, I don't play a lot of online stuff, so I never really got into playing the Texas Chainsaw or the Friday the 13th games. But I would watch other gameplay videos and whatnot. Like I'm familiar with them, but I'm more of a single player kind of story guy with most of my games. So yeah, the fact that both of those have that option, I think will be pretty cool, and I'll be sure to check them out.
Right. Yeah, and right now I know Slash and Cast and Stocky Boy and Wheezy F Mama is also watching the developer stream right now. So when you're done, I'm gonna go rewatch it and then have a VO about it too. So
Nice.
I'll be covering it in a VOA, not so.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that Hellraiser game. It looks pretty cool. See how that turns out. The trailer's been great.
Well, I think they're learning how to handle these horror IPs now in video game
Yeah,
to do it
yeah,
properly. And Halloween, the right holders are very protective of that, so they want to make sure this game actually stays good. So.
yeah. But yeah, you'll have that Hellraiser game in time for Halloween, October 8th. So
Yeah, because kick off September with Halloween, and you got Wolverine coming in there. You also got
Wolverine, yeah.
Silent Hill. For Silent Hill fans, you got the new Silent Hill game, and then right off the bat, Hellraiser, and all those other games. So it's gonna be a good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time for horror games for sure. Yeah, it'll be a hot time. Yeah.
And then gaming in general too. So.
Yeah, no, it's
because people's even got Grandfather 6 in November for people.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
And then you even got Godzilla game as well. So on top
of that. Yeah, we'll have that in November. Yeah.
Yeah. So right from September to November is gonna be a good time.
Well, in November should be the release of the new movie, so yeah, it'll all kind of coincide. Huh?
That's a perfect time to release that too, I think.
Yeah.
Now, right here, you got the craziness with the police cars and everything.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing the kind of he's about to emerge from the bay again, and everybody's evacuating. Like, yeah, it's all the classic. The one thing I remember was as a kid, Kyle was like watching these videos on cable. They would always play the dub versions, right? And in some of those movies, they do the evacuation scenes, the classic ones, and show everybody running, and it would be like emergency. Right. Emergency! Godzilla is approaching! Evacuate! Evacuate!
The generator losing power.
Yeah.
But yeah,
yeah. You see everybody running with their bags and everything, so they do kind of the classic stuff here.
Yeah.
Emergency! Emergency!
We got emergency here.
Yeah. Of course, the army is loading up. Dun, 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 dun.
They always make the tanks look like toys.
Dun, 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 dun. Now, the one thing, that doesn't hold up as much from this one is the planes look a little rough when we get the plane attack here in a little bit. When the planes are attacking and shooting their missiles, like the planes look very like toys, like really like toys in this movie. But again, I don't mind it because there's a certain cheese factor to Godzilla that I can just roll with. I like all the stuff where the military's attacking Godzilla. It's always fun. But if you look at the planes when we get there here in a little bit, they look a lot like toys. Like they would get a little better as the movies went along.
Right.
But,
yeah.
Like in Godzilla 2000, they have those sequences where they have like the actual like F-18s like swarming in and dropping the missiles and like shooting up in the air, like it's a little bit better.
Speaking about Godzilla 2000, one of my favorite shots ever in a Godzilla film is when they're driving on the road and you see Godzilla in the background scoring stuff, walking. When they were on the road. Yeah.
Right.
That's pretty cool how they have him in the back and you see him walking and.
Yeah.
like way in the distance. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're loading up on the docks here, right by the water. Got our mobile command center, loading up the tanks, the missiles, getting ready for the assault.
Even though we know
Mobile command, anti-sub choppers.
Double
You know,
command.
sonar. You really think those like rifles are going to do anything? I've always thought like, why'd you even bother?
Like, do you know by now those smaller weapons not gonna do anything to
Yeah,
him?
like your pistol is not going to do anything. Yeah, if a missile ain't going to do nothing, your machine gun isn't going to do anything. But he's about to make his appearance again. It's time for some bigger Godzilla action here. Yeah, getting ready.
Here we go.
Here he comes. Oh yeah.
Oh, that was I forgot about that shot. He appears right in front of from the helicopter.
Oh, right in the helicopter. Yeah. See, look at the planes here. Some of these shots are a little like from the side are a little toyish. I mean, it's a cool sequence, but the planes look a little rough in some of the shots.
Yeah. Welcome in, Russell. How are you doing?
Hey. But again, I like the shots though, Kyle, of him standing there. It's just everything's popping all around him. I love that stuff.
Like fireworks.
Really yeah, like the fireworks going off. And the splashes of water.
He's like, is that the
bam,
best?
Bam, 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 bam.
He's probably thinking like, is that the best you got?
Yeah, he's like, what? That's it?
It always makes me laugh when he tries to bite.
Freaking but just blasting him out of air. Yeah, boom. Down they go.
Cool.
Yeah, and then they land right next to him. Yeah, and then I always love when they would pop the water right next to him. Boom, boom, boom.
This is like the battleship of Godzilla here.
This is like classic Godzilla stuff, man. But again, just kind of updated for a more modern era at the time. It's just the better effects and things. They stepped up their game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always appreciated, even though you knew it wasn't going to do anything, I always appreciated the sequences in these movies where the military would kind of fight Godzilla for a few minutes.
Yeah, well, you got to make them look.
You always have to have that in these movies, even though it never works, but you have to have it.
Oh, that was cool how the boat just rode.
Yeah, the boat. Yeah, you could tell it's like, again, kind of a model ship, but it's still kind of cool the way they shoot. They do a great job of just shooting it to where it looks bigger, even though it's a model or a miniature, but they do a really good job the way they shoot it.
100%. And yes,
because I was just watching, I was doing a watch along with Ryan Permison of Aliens, which is my favorite movie of all time. And you forget how many like cool miniatures and things are in that movie.
Aliens?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like all the miniatures and model work that's in that movie as well.
And yes, I agree with you, Russell. The Godzilla movies are awesome.
Pew 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 pew.
Speaking about Aliens, I always love Aliens. How it's a follow up to the original, and of course, get away from her, you
bitch. Yeah.
It's awesome.
He's about to. He's pissed off now. He's gonna blast all. Oh, this is a great shot. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, man.
Just slowly lets it just
waste every single one of them, just slowly across.
Like a big wave of it.
Dude's on fire. Blasted. Oh, he just vaporized a bunch of army guys.
Even if the violence are not like too brutal, but it's still you still feel like
it's brutal. Yeah, you're like those guys just got vaporized immediately. Yeah,
it's very brutal without actually.
It's nasty. Yeah. So no, but that was a great shot. Yeah, when he just blasts them all in one little line. Yeah, it's great.
Wave,
just a little wave.
And then him stuck in the door here. He's like, I'm trying to get
squashed. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, and he just get blasted and he's dead. Now he's coming ashore. That big foot.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Like the shot on the TV of him, of course. Classic. Stomping through. What about the Super X? What is up, Kaiju? I love the way they superimpose him over the little models here, make him look like he's towering over the buildings. This is a good shot of him just coming down the road here.
Yeah, that's all. The nice shot of him in the whole city.
Yeah, it's a nice
That
like
is
this is a
cool.
total like poster shot right here.
Oh
You know,
yeah, and the way they made this, we always obviously
but
know
look
is
at the
just
details on all the models and stuff. That's what I've always appreciated,
amazing.
like the little signs and the cars and the bridges.
It looks
Um,
Lego-y too a little bit. Lego.
yeah, you got the
It's
little
just amazing.
helicopters rolling around. Yeah,
I was always impressed how they made the city look like in these films.
yeah. Oh, he just a quick blast and takes down the
He's
helicopter.
like supposed to fly out of the
It
way.
wasn't
Yeah.
even like a full on. He just like it was almost like a quick spit or something, just like and you're gone. Oh, the nice little line of fire there. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, like this is one of the best like
Yeah,
of the city
the
shots.
city attacks. Yeah, and I'm glad they kept the concept that in Godzilla minus one when he steps on the street it like caves in the road. I was
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, they just had that a second ago. And of course, what would a classic
Train.
Godzilla be? Much like the original movie in '54, without him messing with a train, and like in Godzilla
Yeah.
minus one as well. You got to mess with a train, of course.
Oh yeah, you always have a train in here. They even did that in the Godzilla 2014 film too.
Oh yeah, yeah. They he loves his train toys, man. I think if we just got him a train set, Kyle, he would be pretty happy.
You'd be pretty happy. Just get someone should just get Godzilla train set for
Just
Christmas.
donate a nice big city sized Godzilla train set. And I think
You'd
he'd
be
be happy.
happy. Yeah.
But I like the way, yeah, he picks it up and then
And
he
looks
doesn't
cool.
really do anything with it for a minute. And then in a second, he's just gonna like drop it and like toss it aside and it blows up.
And then you see that eye of him looking through the
Yeah,
train here.
yeah, that'd be pretty terrifying. It's a good reflection shot right there. I like
Same
that.
here, Gene. I enjoy any Godzilla movie.
Yeah. Oh no, of course. That's why we're here, man. We could literally, Kyle. We could spin a wheel of Godzilla movies and do a watch along, and I'd be happy. Like whatever,
Oh
just
yeah.
doing stuff.
And
It's
we
great.
could just talk about it and watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, even if it's like one of the cheesier ones, like we could still rip on it and have a good time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's the shot of the feet.
And that with it getting tangled too with the rope, that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
electricity wires.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite sequences in the original movie in '54. Was when he, is like walking towards the electrical wires and the towers, and they try to electrocute him. Like that was always one of my favorite sequences in that original movie.
Right. Yeah. Oh, right. We're almost towards the final act already.
Yeah, no, we're getting there. We're only there's only about 38 minutes left, something like that. So
Pretty cool.
that doesn't include credits, so really it's about 35. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
getting there. But I mean, a lot of these movies, this would be about the time where in a movie where he's fighting a kaiju, they'd be getting ready to go to war in the third act,
Yeah.
like the two monsters. But yeah, there's no other monster in this movie. So we just get kind of this extended attack sequence. And instead of a monster, it's kind of the Super X in this one a little bit. That kind of goes against him. We got another cool superimposed kind of shot here
And
the city.
with the orange red to the right.
Yeah, I like the little glow of the fire in the background. Yeah, that works.
Yeah. At the fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Shaking. Yeah.
I like how it shakes a little bit when they're sitting there. Yeah.
Yeah.
One guy barely does
The Godzilla Emergency Countermeasures Group. Yes. Yeah, they always have like in these movies, the later ones, they always have like a Godzilla task force, kind of a thing or something, or some Godzilla research group.
Yeah, they always do, don't they?
That's another cool shot. Him in the
Oh, that's a cool shot. Yeah.
Yeah. People in the front.
And with the city.
It gives it a little extra size. I like it.
And with the city like covering a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Attempting to lure Godzilla.
What are you guys gonna do? Nothing.
Yeah. What are your tanks gonna do? Your tanks ain't gonna do jack.
I know by now, after so many movies, your tanks don't do nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. I mean, they're gonna try, and they do this little I don't even know what these goofy lasers are. They're about to shoot them with. These like goofy red lasers. It's like I don't even know
Yeah.
what it like. He completely, to use a wrestling term, Kyle. He completely no sells these lasers. You know, he just
Yeah.
like he just doesn't even like react to it. It's
Does,
almost like,
doesn't even do it. Just keep on walking as they're
yeah,
hitting him.
just keep on walking, just like, oh yeah, that tickles. That's nice. You know, like okay,
Doesn't even do its thing, anything to me.
yeah, because they're bringing these lasers. I don't even know what they're hoping to achieve here. They get crazier lasers as the movies go along, though. Some of the ones in the Millennium series, some of the contraptions they come up with are actually kind of cool. Some of the
Yeah.
tanks with the lasers and things, but they don't do a lot. I think the only time they're ever effective is in Destroya. They kind of take down his wings at one point. That's about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they're not super
Oh,
effective any other time. That would scare me.
yeah. That would scare anyone seeing that you'll
He
turn
calls
into.
him he calls him a hillbilly. I think Godzilla's anything but a hillbilly.
Yeah, really. Then that would mean any
What kind of
hillbilly would have atomic.
what kind of cameras does this dude have? What is that? He's
I
like
don't know
scanning
what
it.
he's holding there.
Is it? Well, I couldn't tell. I think it's like a video camera, but it's also like a.
Full
I
because it
think
has this thing pointing out. Yeah,
it's like a Geiger counter at the end of it or something. I think they're measuring his radiation. I think,
but
but
that's a cool shot.
it looks
Though.
like the shrink machine from Honey I Shrunk the Kids or something.
We're gonna try to shrink Godzilla.
Yeah, shrink him down.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine that? That Honey, I Shrunk Godzilla.
Honey I Shrunk Godzilla. That's a good crossover.
Very good.
Yeah. Just don't blow him up. Don't blow up Godzilla. Make him even bigger.
The kids will
Mm,
shrink when
sequel.
you see the Godzilla shrunk as well. You see his
Yeah.
big.
I so thought the first time I saw this that he was just gonna blast him in the window right there. Like
Like
everything
he's,
looked
it's
at
like
him.
he's gonna hold a Zuko at him and shoot it.
Yeah. I know. All right, let's get out of there.
I don't know why seeing these guys makes me think. I'm waiting for John Renault to say, "You said this was French roast."
Yeah.
More
Oh,
cream.
boy. See, but look at these lasers, how he like no sells it in the scene, like in a second. Like they just try to shoot him there, but there's a scene coming up where they're just throwing it all at him and he just brushes it off like it's nothing.
It's like,
Come
well,
on, you know you don't take elevators in disaster situations. In the
even
power
got
of
to the
engineering.
2000 learned that. You don't do that.
Yeah. Come on, guys, you gotta take the stairs. Get to the roof. They're like locked out of the roof.
Yeah, just locked.
Well, that sucks. Mushy.
Oh, with the teeth that you see.
Yeah, I like the teeth. That's it's a nice detail. Yeah, because I remember if you remember in some of the later, Showa era where the ones that were more made for kids, he had like very flat teeth, it wasn't very sharp.
Right.
They made him less like kind of scary in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's these lasers that he just totally brushes off and just like doesn't even
Well, they don't
it
even
doesn't
look
even
like
phase
they hurt
him.
anybody.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like it would hurt a person.
Just walking like.
Yeah,
Bland.
he's just like, yeah, sure. What do you got?
You would think they would stop by now. It's not even doing anything to him. You're missing anyway to begin with.
You just hit him in the head and he just totally just looked at you. It's like
Yeah.
that was him
Like,
going
yeah.
like, knock it off. It didn't hurt me. Why do you bother?
Like you
Where's the
think
Super
after
X
5 or
stop?
6 think after 5 or 6 tries they would stop.
Oh, here comes the Super X.
Oh yeah, that's what he faces in here.
Super X. I need like a vehicle of this, like an action figure, like Super X thing, yeah.
And you probably can find that.
I'm sure there's one somewhere out there, yeah. But look at him, they don't care.
The way it just like
He just keeps walking. He doesn't even look at it. It's like, yeah, you shoot that garbage all you want to. It's not gonna do anything to me.
you guys just realize after 5 or 6 tries it's not doing
I'm
anything.
Godzilla, dude. It don't hurt me. I'm good.
I don't know why they're still doing because they realize that it's
Yeah.
not doing anything anyway. Like wake up, damn it. Well, that's a cool shot.
Yeah, with the crisscross, yeah.
It kind of reminds me what the original Twin Towers would have looked behind him. What if he would have standed there?
Yeah. Well,
Know what
if
I
you
mean?
remember, the only time Godzilla came close to encountering the Twin Towers was the American poster for Godzilla versus Megalon, which had him standing on top of the Twin Towers, even though that never
Oh,
happens.
I remember that. Yeah,
Which never happens in the movie, by the way. That was just
it's
nonsense.
just for marketing. Yeah,
Yeah, it was just for marketing, and it was like trying to just call back to like well, King Kong he does in the '76
of
one.
course. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's the closest you get is the '76 King Kong.
but I'm just saying that's probably what it would have looked like with those
Yeah,
two things
yeah,
behind him. That would have been awesome. Because you remember in Escape in New York does it too, where what's his name lands on both.
yeah. He lands on top of it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So there's
Oh,
well, you even see it in Home Alone 2, technically.
Home Alone
Kevin
2.
on top.
Or there was a Spider-Man trailer before 9/11 where he was he had a web set up between the two.
Yeah,
There was a Spider-Man teaser.
yeah. I remember that teaser where you can see it
Getting him
from
to
the
look
eye
up.
perspective. Yeah,
Look up and open wide. Cadmium.
that's what he did with his eyes.
See, I
Not
don't
eyes.
know what
Oh,
cadmium is. I'd have to. Is that a real thing? I don't know. Cadmium. It's a toxic heavy metal, Kyle.
oh, really?
So, because I remember like the first time I saw, it, I was like, "What are they trying to do to him?" And I think they're trying to like poison him, by getting something in his throat. So that's why he starts drooling here and kind of
Right.
it's kind of a poison type thing they're trying to do.
Almost like
Trying to
acid,
incapacitate.
almost coming from his mouth.
Kinda, yeah.
Kinda.
Cadmium is a chemical, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. It was so I'm looking up because I was a little unclear when you're watching the movie, but the Godzilla fandom page has a thing about cadmium, and they say it's hoping to like mess with his nuclear core essentially and like slow his functions down. Is the idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of like a poison type thing.
Even though we know that's not going to do anything anyway.
Yeah, and eventually, yeah. I mean, it stops him temporarily, but yeah, it's not actually going to do anything.
We all know what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these characters are funny.
Well, and funny enough, he said the missile's going to hit him in 30 minutes, and we have about 30 minutes left in the movie.
That's right. Is that quite the timing of that?
Yeah, yeah. It literally did that at about my 30-minute left mark here on my HBO. So bad.
Yeah, I also got 30 minutes left too.
Something like that. Yeah, pretty close. Can evacuate Shinjuku in 30 minutes.
No, but we
Which, by the way, he says that, and then a couple of scenes from now, he's like, "We've evacuated Shinjuku," and I'm like, "What? You just said you couldn't."
Yeah,
like
really.
you just did. You just did.
Yeah, you just did not that long ago, didn't you? Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
See, he's kind of like zoned out here.
He's high, probably again.
He's not feeling too good in his tummy. Yeah, his tummy's not feeling too well. He's got a tummy ache.
He's like, I'm just gonna stand here for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like he's meditating over there.
He blasts the Super X, but they got some decent armor on it.
Eventually, it doesn't.
No, eventually it gets taken down, but they can withstand a blast or two.
Yeah.
Just kind of stand still.
I always like this. This is another cool shot. It's behind them, but they're looking at the
Yeah,
screen.
he's just kind of in the background right there. Yeah.
It's always amazing to me how they get that wide shot.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. Like on this Blu-ray version, like the Blu-ray version that you both have, looks pretty clean and cool. Really.
Yeah. No, it looks solid even on the HBO stream as well. They did a good job of kind of keeping it cleaned up. Oh, he's kind of wobbling a little bit. Oh, there he goes. Oh, into the building here.
It finally caught up to him.
Yeah, he
I'm
got
gonna need a
vertigo.
boat. Yeah.
He got vertigo. Yeah.
Vertigo. Yeah.
The room's spinning a little bit.
That's what happens when he got high earlier, and then he had to do
Listen,
this.
man, you swallow a little cadmium, that'll do it to you, you know?
Yep. He's like, and then he falls down like almost like a tree, almost.
Yeah, just topples over.
You know, that's kind of reminds me of the 2014 one because remember when he falls down? It's like he's just taking a nap.
Yeah, he's well, and he does the same thing in that last Godzilla Kong movie. Remember when he curls up in the Coliseum in Rome and just takes a nap?
Oh
He's
yeah,
just-
I remember
and
that. Yeah.
he like blasts that one monster like the tarantula or whatever, and he eats him, and then he just curls up inside the Coliseum for a little nap. Like I always thought that was funny. Like, hey, even Godzilla needs to sleep. You know, I understand.
Right.
Hey, you
Yeah.
had a hard day of fighting kaiju. You know, you got to take a little nap. I get it. Huh?
Yeah. He's like,
Mhm.
don't
Hey,
interrupt with my nap.
you get sleepy too, you know? That's fine.
Yeah. This is like the subway, I think.
Yeah, they're all going down in the subway, yeah. Which would not be a
Although,
bad idea. They do the same one in the 2014 one, yeah.
yeah, all crowded in. Like,
Oh, they're going to launch an intercept missile, try to take down the other missile. Yeah, there was much more of this in the American cut of this movie, of
yeah,
the missile stuff, like back and forth between the Russians and the Americans. But it's more of just kind of a quick sort of subplot here.
for sure.
This guy, like, trying to saw his way through the gate. That would hurt. Ow.
That
That
would
saw
hurt.
blade just popped right off and cut him up. Yeah.
Oh, there's a little some blood.
Yeah, a little bit of blood. You don't see a lot of blood in Godzilla movies, except for a few occasions, usually in the Mecha Godzilla movies.
Oh, it's more of the like the Japan, Hong Kong action movies. You would start seeing more of that.
Yeah.
Especially now.
But they do in the Godzilla Mecha Godzilla one from this era,
Yeah.
they do some blood where he like shoots the Mecha Godzilla shoots like the hooks into him and stuff, and you see a little bit of blood punch out, things like that. You don't get a lot of it in these movies, but
No.
you get a little bit in there.
But it wasn't till like when you went for Hong Kong cinema when John Woo started to come around this time. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. No Better Tomorrow, The Killer, yeah, Hard Boiled.
Hard Boiled and yeah, those movies.
The Killer, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And which is now on all in 4K now, which is awesome.
Yeah, I just got the Hard Boiled 4K. I'll get the Killer one soon, but yeah, I just got Hard Boiled.
It's nice they finally are able to let more people watch those now.
Yeah, see, I had the Dragon Dynasty out of print Blu-ray for Hard Boiled that I bought years and years ago. But yeah, I haven't even cracked this one open yet. But I have the 4K of Hard Boiled right there.
Yeah, I own all the 4Ks now. I'm just waiting on Better Tomorrow trilogy.
Yeah,
get it.
But they've got ones for The Killer and The Better Tomorrow as well. That same.
And those are amazing action movies.
Oh yeah. I had to see The Killer in the theater this past year. It's pretty good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In your opinion, which one's your favorite out of the John movies?
Hard Boiled overall, but The Killer is very close because The Killer has what I've usually said is The Killer has maybe the better character based story, but Hard Boiled is like John Woo's magnum opus of anarchy action.
Yeah,
you know, of just like pure insanity on screen. So it depends on what you're looking for, but you know, I just tell people, well, just watch both of them. They're both great.
Yeah, those. Yeah, I agree. They're both awesome.
Yeah, and his American one stuff is okay too. You know, I mean, I like
Face Off is still the strongest.
Face Off is the closest. Face Off is the closest thing he got to like redoing his Hong Kong stuff with the gun,
like full creative control, like just like
a little bit. And you know, I defend some of his other movies. I like Wind Talkers, like the war movie. I think it's decent. You know, Paycheck's not good. Broken Arrow's decent. You know, like Mission Impossible 2, I've always said is a good John Woo action movie. It's just a bad Mission Impossible movie. That makes sense. Like it's perfectly fine as a John Woo movie, but it doesn't work in the same format of a Mission Impossible. He was kind of the wrong guy for that.
And then Silent Night. Oh my gosh,
Yeah, Silent Night was all right.
it was
It
all
had
right.
some decent.
Yeah,
It was all right. Yeah.
yeah. There's some couple things. I just wish there's instead of going more realistic action, he should have just went for his more over the
Yeah,
top.
I get what he was going for. Like this guy who didn't actually have training. He trained himself in his basement with YouTube videos,
Right.
and self training. And what would really happen
And
if a
no
guy did that?
dialogue either.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like Joel Kinnaman, but yeah, I wish they'd just done more of like a straight up kind of gun fu action movie. I think they would have been a little bit
Yeah, they
better.
threw in his double guns, but that was pretty much it.
There wasn't much else. Yeah.
Not much else, really. You know what I mean?
Uh, this guy's in a precarious position.
That's quite the hanging
Yeah.
on top of the window there.
God, I don't want to be hanging with that thing, man. I'd slip right out of it. It's too much wind turbulence. They got to leave. They're going to be stuck in the building.
And then on back to the helicopter.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Godzilla is just still taking his little like tummy ache nap over there.
Yeah, it's like I got a bad tummy ache.
Yeah, it's like I'm not feeling good. I need some Tums.
Well,
so good.
blame when he always gets heartburn when he shoots his thing.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
Man.
his
He might
atomic
need
breath.
I need some Pepto. Yeah.
Every time he shoots his atomic breath, he gets heartburn.
Mm-hmm. Two minutes. 2 minutes to intercept.
Oh, 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's 2 minutes. This is like that House of Dynamite movie with the Catherine Bigelow movie.
That's right. Yeah.
They're just waiting for the intercept, and then it never happens. Man, Godzilla is straight up sleeping.
Yeah. He's just out cold. Like,
Yeah. Ow.
damn.
Disinfectant on.
But it may hurt, but it helps.
Well, you don't want to get an infection. It's very important. Nope. I think the more important thing would be to get out of that building, but all right.
But they decide to stay there.
Yeah, they're still in the building that's like has a giant hole in the side of it right now.
Yeah, get out of there. That's just usually how they do in these movies, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because they did that in Godzilla 2000 as well, where he's just stuck in the damn building.
There was a funny scene I randomly popped on because it was just randomly popped up on Netflix. Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, the giant monsters all out attack one, just randomly popped up on Netflix. The same with the 3 Rebirth of Mothra movies, that trilogy.
Oh.
So I don't know if like they're starting to get some access to some Godzilla movies or something, but they just popped up, and so I put on just Monsters All Out Attack the other day. Yeah, I had a random scene where he's just like walking around, and there's a hospital, and his tail just randomly smacks into the hospital with this lady laying there in the hospital bed, and she just gets wiped out. Like it's just like as he goes by, the tail just as an afterthought just smashes into the building.
I remember that.
Everybody, yeah,
it's pretty funny. Yeah,
yeah. Just like, that would suck to think you're okay, and then the tail just out of nowhere just crashes into your window.
Yeah.
Oh, they collided. Big old explosion. But this, I think this juices him back up, though,
again. Yeah, this does, and this was what
Fallout
gets him back to Godzilla, and he's able to destroy the thing this time. He's regenerated.
The glow, the fallout.
That always, I thought that was a cool effect of the sky and everything.
Mm-hmm. It's like it's gonna gas him up here.
Get out of the darn building.
Well, at this point, if there's nuclear fallout everywhere, now you stay in the building.
Yeah, now you stay there. Now, first you should have moved. Now you just stay in there. We'll make up your mind.
You need to stay there. Yeah.
Yeah,
but it's a cool kind of red glow there.
Right.
Rex is powering down. Uh-oh.
Damn.
Uh-oh, it's going down.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah, there you go. A little nuclear lightning to zap him up.
Almost
Yeah.
Frankenstein a little bit.
Yeah, a little Frankenstein, yeah. There you go. Now he's back awake.
Oh, that's a cool shot of the eye.
Yeah. I like the eye shot.
Now with just the electricity, lightning
Yeah.
hitting him.
All right,
Like,
we're awake now. Yeah.
all right.
Now we're back in business.
He's like, it's showtime.
Yes.
Now we're getting
Yeah,
back to Godzilla.
now everybody's gonna run. Why were you near him in the first place?
Why were you watching him sleeping anyway?
Yeah, you should have got out of there.
Yeah.
No, he's Godzilla. You knew he was gonna wake up eventually.
Yeah.
He always comes
Like,
back. I'll come back. I always come back.
always.
Always. Oh, like that.
Poor person. got
Stampede.
Stampede.
Can't go over her 80s bob hair.
Well, that's what they were doing back then.
He's gonna be like, "Oh, is that thing that was shooting at me? I think I'm gonna go squash you now."
Now this thing will not have
Yeah.
no chance now.
No,
better
yeah,
get
because we only have conventional ammunition. Like that's gonna do anything.
Now you're gonna be wiped out. Just get out of there.
Yeah.
He's like, where are you going?
Yeah, get back over here, boy.
Come back here.
I'm about to squash you. I'm gonna eat you.
I remember you shot at me before my nap.
Yeah, right through the building. I like that. He's pissed off now. Look at that snarl. Like, there you are.
Oh,
Got you now.
there you are. You're hiding on me.
Yeah, he's gonna walk right through that. Come on now. Yeah, he's gonna brush that off.
He's like, yeah.
Nope. Total no sell on the lasers.
Yeah, total no. So I was like, yeah. Keep trying what you're doing.
All right. Go ahead. I'm just gonna reach right through this building and grab you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is the closest we get to there's no kaiju fight here, but this is kind of the closest we get to like Godzilla versus, something, kind of fight.
And to me, it was the perfect one for this movie anyway.
No, it was fine because you had to again reintroduce them, so you didn't necessarily need you had to build back up to the classic monsters. So you had Biollante on the next one, you have like an original monster, and then after that you get to King Ghidorah, like the classic. So there you go. And you get to Mothra after that, and then Mecha. You hit all the hits. Gradually.
Yeah. Poor this people right here.
Yeah, that's
stuck on the stairs.
Well, they should have gotten out a long time ago.
Well, we told them
standing around.
Now they have to be in there.
See, and now it's blown out. Now you can't go anywhere. That's your fault.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
They're trying to lure him back over to the volcano gimmick over there.
Get back in there. No.
Yeah, go back to sleep in the lava.
He's like, no.
No, I don't think I will.
He's like, don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, they're gonna try to attract him.
Yeah.
Oh, right through the building.
Oh, now the tail hits another building.
The damn tail, yeah. Those tail, man.
The tail has a mind of its own.
Look, it still looks cool every time it hits him, and like there's just puffs of smoke, and the fireworks, and it just looks cool.
Yeah.
Just bouncing right off of him.
Just bounces, yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Ugh. Boom.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. And that's a big fire right there.
Now that's some fire explosion.
Yeah, that's a cool shot. That's Super X over the fire.
Yeah, that is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now they have to use like a fire rope,
Yeah.
like
You. Now hold the rope.
hold the damn rope.
Ay, toma. Yeah.
Todd.
Mhm.
Using a fire hose as a rope, yeah.
Well, do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you do, get out of the building.
Yeah. Uh-oh, here he comes.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. Go up. Whoa.
You filthy animal.
Yeah. Yep. It's like a Marvin Harry climbing down the rope in New York. Oh, look
Hey
at
Harry,
that
is that
track.
apple save? Why
Yeah.
would someone soak a rope in kerosene?
Harrison.
And then he gets the match.
Oh man, he's blasting the Super X again. Uh-oh. They're going down.
You got cooked now.
It's like I got you.
Got you now.
I'll come finish you off.
I'm gonna get you if it's
Yeah.
claws.
He's got him cornered now. They're
Yeah,
hurting.
they could barely even move now.
Uh-huh.
He's like, get back here. Where you go?
Yeah.
Because Godzilla's like, would you quit doing that when they're laser him?
Yeah, it's just more of an annoyance.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt him at all. It's just that's right. He shoves the building on top of him. That's awesome. I'm just gonna crush you with this whole building.
He just lets the building fall on top of him.
And then that satisfied look on his face, like, oh yeah,
He's like, oh yeah,
I'm Godzilla. I'm the man.
I'm Godzilla, bitch.
Yeah. The victory roar. Uh-huh.
It was a cool way to end it, like for the final.
No,
fight.
he just calmly, like, he doesn't even blast it again or step on it. He's just like, I'm just gonna push this entire building on top of you and just
Let
crush
it
you.
do its. Let it do its thing.
Yeah, just just casually.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Just pretended to be dead.
Pretend to be.
Well, yeah.
The guy with the
What's
hat.
God, what is he doing? Yeah. Oh, nice.
Oh, that's a cool shot of him running.
But be careful. It's like an Indiana Jones thing with the fedora.
Yeah, just without
Love
the
it.
without the
Yeah.
music. Dun 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 dun.
He calls him a dumb bastard.
Well, first he called him a hillbilly, didn't he?
Yeah, he called him a hillbilly, which made no sense. He's not a hillbilly.
Since when did hillbillies have a tongue breath? So,
Yeah.
now he passes out.
The whole damn city's
Out
been wrecked.
with all the construction, with the fire and everything.
Yeah, it's just all the buildings he knocked over, the rubble. It always just made me wonder, like, if somebody would count up,
Yeah.
the amount of damage that he does in these movies. It's got to be in like super high billions of dollars, maybe in like $1 trillion at some point. It's got to be something astronomical in these movies. The amount of wreckage he has,
Oh yeah, how much the city has to
like how
pay
much it would cost to
rebuild it. Yeah.
recoup all this stuff, and that I
Yeah.
mean, including the military equipment as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, lots of money. Especially now, if that happens. He's not there to hurt you, really.
Some kind of sound thing they're trying to attract him with. It's like they're trying to hypnotize him.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. He's going though.
Like, I'm going now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I've done enough for now.
I got my target.
You know what? I think I'll just wait till y'all rebuild everything, and then I'll just come back and wreck it again. That'll be more fun.
Yeah. Everything else that I would want to play with is destroyed.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So the homing device.
Yep. Now they're just doing the post all thing before it ends here.
Yeah, no, he's either using the homing beacon to kind of lure him back to the volcano. He's taking a little swim.
I'm going for a swim now.
Yeah. Although coming out of the volcano is like, it's very Power Rangers. You know how like the dinosaurs came out of a volcano?
Yes, I remember. That's where
Yeah.
that's probably where they got it from, you know.
Yeah, maybe. Because
this is 94.
This is 84, but the series, I'd have to look up when the Super Saiyan series had come out, because I think the Super Saiyan series was sometime in the 80s. Because remember the Japanese footage they used for that for Power Rangers, Super Saiyan stuff. So that might have already existed, maybe, and obviously it would have been popular in Japan. So I have to look up that, like, whatever series that first season of Power Rangers is based on. I have to see when that premiered.
Oh yeah, because Mighty Morphin came in the 90s.
Yeah, it came out in like 91.
Yeah. But obviously, you can tell it was definitely, inspired by Godzilla.
I'm not Super Saiyan. What am I thinking? It's Super. What's it based on again? Like, I'm trying to remember the damn name.
But obviously, though, the Power Rangers were definitely inspired by Godzilla. Because you remember the thing they used to fight Godzilla is definitely homage to Mega, right?
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Super Sentai, that's right. Not Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan is Dragon Ball Z. Super when they go Super Saiyan. Super Sentai, I'm sorry. But it was Super something, but yeah.
I did something else. I'm like, huh? What?
But Super Sentai started in 75, so it's possible.
Yeah, possible, yeah.
Like that first season adaptation might have already been out.
I love how the TV looks like a black and white
when you're watching. Yeah. I think that's kind of intentional, yeah.
All right, I'll jump back in here, but I'll be back. Godzilla will return and belong.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna. I mean, he's so attracted to it that he just falls right into the volcano. Yeah.
Just falls into the hole.
Yeah. Kick it up. And they detonate the stuff to make him fall in.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Boom.
Cause him to kind of cave in.
Right.
See, because that shot right there is very similar to when the T-Rex pops out of the volcano during the dinosaur sequences.
That's right, yeah.
It's very kind of similar. So I wonder if there's something there to that.
Who knows? Probably could find some type of trivia somewhere.
Yeah. But if he came out of a volcano, a volcano ain't gonna kill him.
No. If he came out of it, why would him be
jumping? Yeah, why would he be dead if he falls into it? Yeah.
He came out of it. Like, come on.
It's just temporary. He's falling in there and he'll be back.
The way he falls into there.
Yeah, he's got to go fight a plant monster in a couple of years.
That's what it was in Belante, wasn't it?
Violante, yeah, it was like a plant monster that was fused. Is a giant plant that was fused with some of his cells. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
so it was like kind of half Godzilla, half plant.
Yeah,
It's very silly, but it's fun.
for sure. The shot of the helicopter, the
Mhm.
smoke coming out.
Yeah.
All right, we get it now.
So a guy named Kazuki Omori would kind of take over the Heisei series from there as director.
Oh, okay.
Um, he directed Biollante. He directed Godzilla versus King Ghidorah. He directed the Godzilla Mothra from '92, and then he directed Godzilla versus Destroya. So there you go. So yeah, he kind of took over after this, but yeah. Now
Well,
listen,
there you
HBO, listen, HBO Max. I would like to watch Shin Godzilla next, but I can't. So it wants me to watch Shin Godzilla now, which is like, yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
cool, but I can't do that right now. I got
So
to do
there,
these.
100%, yeah. Because you got to trim in an hour. But
Yes.
no, that was fun, Austin. And thanks
Yeah.
everyone. That was Godzilla Night. That was the Return of Godzilla from 1984. It was a blast, and I appreciate everyone who hanged out and chatted in the chat.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
awesome. I appreciate you, Austin, for coming on. It was a blast. So where can the viewers find you? What you do on the Movie
Yeah.
Hero Network?
Yeah. No, definitely mostly over on the Movie Hero Network. Excuse me. Apologies. I got some Godzilla dust, radiation dust in my throat. All right. Anyways, we have a Facebook group called the Movie Hero Network that Kyle posts a lot of his stuff in there as well as a lot of other people in our community. So you can, it's a good little hub to kind of find a lot of our shows. And then the actual Movie Hero Network is where I co-host or host a lot of shows on there. We have tournament fights, tier ranker fights, recasts, seen and heard trivia, Wheel of Movies. All kinds of craziness going on over there. So, no, man, thanks for having me. I always appreciate it.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for coming on. We'll have you on and back in soon. As for me, right after this stream, I'm going to be covering and showing the Howling the Game developer stream that's
Mm,
on Twitch, and I'll cover it in the
nice.
video and everything. I'll upload it in the next day or so. And then also tomorrow, me and Celia from Let's Talk, there will be a horror movie deaths discussion. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Mm, okay.
Discussing the history of horror movie deaths and some of the craziest deaths in horror history. That'll be a lot of fun. And then later this week, I'm doing a Friday through the game stream. I got some other videos. I'll be also be posting the Nightmare on Elm Street video news and who I think should direct and who I think should play Freddy now. Um, and then I got some interviews, like I said, coming up. I got some other live streams at the end of the month. Me and Brettman from Good Real Hunting will be doing a Killer Clowns from Outer Space
Mm,
uh,
nice.
watch
Nice.
party. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And a lot of other stuff going into August. And of course, I'll be covering How in the Game and other Hellraiser news and all that stuff. So, with that being said, thanks for watching. Thanks again, Austin. It was awesome. And thank everyone in the chat. You guys are amazing. With that being said, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Everyone have a good night. Cheers, everyone. Have a good enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night, everyone. Bye.